Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the May 22nd, 2025 Board of Selectmen meeting. And as always, we will start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. As always, going on to the second item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. And is there a motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting of May 13th?
Do we want to amend the agenda?
We're going to do it right before old business.
Okay.
Yeah. For May 13th, 2025.
Lauren Rabin, so moved.
Janet Stone McWigan, I second.
All those in favor, Fred Camillo's a yes.
Lauren Rabin, yes.
Janet Stone McWigan, yes.
Thank you. And is there a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting of May 13th, 2025?
Lauren Rabin, so moved.
Janet Stone McWigan, I second.
All those in favor, Fred Camillo's a yes.
Lauren Rabin, yes.
Janet Stone McWigan, yes.
Okay, I'll go through the first Selectmen's updates fairly quickly. Tonight, there's the Raising Voices Youth Advocacy Fair at 6 o'clock here. Look forward to attending that. The bunch of weekend events for Memorial Day coming up. So as always, Coscow VFW will be 11 o'clock over at Coscow Park. Not Coscow Park, Strickland Road Park near Coscow Park. It's always a nice little event that starts off the weekend. Later that day, actually at the same time as the Greenwich Town Party. So we're all looking forward to that again. Sunday, the Byron Vets normally starts the parade and ceremonies at 2 o'clock. It's now 1 o'clock. So if you're going to that, put that on your calendar. And then, of course, Glenville 9th District Vets, that is at 5 o'clock. And then Monday, Memorial Day, we started off at 8 o'clock at Indian Harbor. With American Legion Post 29 doing their annual ceremony, and then followed by 10 o'clock in Old Greenwich with the parade and ceremony there. Byram also does one at 10 o'clock over at Morlock Park, and then Memorial Park. And then we have 5 o'clock over in Bellhaven for their commissioning. On the 27th, we're going to do another site visit for the new Bush statue, or new targeted spot for the Bush statue, which will be in front of the Havmar building with the Historic District Commission. That will be on the 27th. Happy 100th anniversary to North Mianas, my neighborhood. Their 100th year anniversary for the school there, which is next Friday. And then on Monday the 2nd, Portchester's having the Village of Portchester is going to have a meeting on the bridge project that we're doing on the border, not too far from where you are, Chief. And I'm also pushing for a bridge renaming there. So as a project gets done, the two bridges crossing into Portchester, the village, and then coming into Greenwich, I think it's a great opportunity to rename it for the victims of the tragic Gulliver's Fire in 1974. So it would be the Gulliver's Memorial Bridge. But that one, it's not just an easy naming rights with the town. We have the Village of Portchester, we have the County of Westchester, we have the Army Corps of Engineers, we have the State of New York, we have the State of Connecticut, we have Connecticut DOT, New York DOT. This whole project is very, very complicated with lots of levels, but the congressman and I are trying to push it up a little bit so we don't have to wait 4.5 or 5 years to get it done. And so far, the Army Corps has been terrific, and they understand the sense of urgency. So they're working with us on that. On June 4th, we will have another swearing in at the fire department at 11 o'clock. So we're all looking forward to that, and we have our some members of our bravest are here today with an introduction in a little while. Also on the 4th, busy day, King Merit Association. I'm going to meet with them and update the neighborhood on some things. And then we have the Eagle Scout dinner is honoring Ray and Barbara Dallio at 6 o'clock. And also at 6 o'clock, I don't know how I'm going to be in 3 places at once, but I will. We have a public forum for the Hamel Task Force. Hamel Ring Task Force, so I will be speaking there too. They're doing a terrific job on that. hats off to all the members there and Chairman Deschamps, just doing a terrific job. On the 5th, Barber House is having a barbecue at 4:30 in Bruce Park. They said, Chief, make sure you get your invitation for that. 4:30 that later that day, Beyond Yoga, a ribbon cutting, another new business. And just the other day, I did a couple of ribbon cuttings for Haven over in Old Greenwich, and also the Stretch Lab, which is just open right across the street here in the shopping center next to Cava and across from Stop and Shop. It's a great place to go there. You get some good stretch in there as well, not you, Sarah, but as we many of us, as we get older, stretching becomes just as important as working out. In fact, it's probably more important. So if you get a chance, stop over there and see them at the Stretch Lab. D-Day, remember, it's 5 o'clock at Town Hall on June 6th. It's 1944, a long time ago, but it's something that it should be front and center, just as 9/11 is for everybody. June 7th, we have the final boat commissioning, which is the Mianas River Boat and Yacht Club. And on June 9th, former Representative Lyle Gibbons and I will be hosting a welcome luncheon for the new executive director of the Bruce Museum, and that's at 12 o'clock. And then on June 10th, the Japanese school will be doing their annual visit here to Town Hall, so we look forward to seeing them. Before I turn it over to Lauren, I just want to state that there's a bill in Hartford today that's I want to bring people's attention to. And I have to be very blunt. Unfortunately, the state Democratic Party has brought what I think is the worst bill I've ever seen. It will completely strip local control of zoning. It's so bad that the Bridgeport City Council has come out against it because they're now trying to get really a hold of their zoning. And this would even take away their right to control off-street parking. And that's one of about 10 things in there. And there was another provision in the bill that was put in by two of our representatives, Arzano and Meskers, that would actually, and I see these guys all the time, and they never mentioned one word to me, that they look to take away appointing power of the first selectman and the board of selectmen and give it to the RTM when it comes to housing authorities. That bill they put in does nothing but add more bureaucratic red tape at a time when zoning is under assault, and we haven't heard a word from them. Thank you to Senator Fazio and Representative Corpus for having our backs up there, and I'm sick and tired of having to read about things when I see these guys all the time, and not one word did they say about a provision that directly involved this board. So anyway, I'm sorry that I have to leave off on a note like that, but what happens in Hartford affects you more than what happens in Washington, D.C. on an everyday basis. I lived it for 11 years. Believe it. If you live in Connecticut, you should be concerned about this bill. I can go on for an hour about how bad it is, but it's all over. You can get a copy of it online. So if you can, please reach out to your representatives and your senators. Tell them to vote no on it, please. Thank you. Lauren, good morning.
Wow, that's disappointing, Fred. I didn't realize that they were doing that, but they don't talk to me anyway, so I wouldn't have expected any heads up. So on that note, I'm excited to say that the Greenwich High School Security Vestibule has achieved its certificate of occupancy. So after many, many years of being on that building committee, we finally see the fruits of our labor finalized. I'm going to be attending the Youth Raising Voices tonight as well. I'm pretty excited to do that. Another thing I'm really excited about, amongst all the stuff that we have going on, and Fred, you're going to have another thing to do on the 4th because the League of Women Voters Dinner is also on the 4th, and Margarita Albin, our very good friend, is going to be the speaker at that event. But I'm excited. I participated in something, well, also I see our esteemed person from the First Selectmen's Youth Commission, and she organized the middle school STEM fair on Saturday, which was well attended. It was at the high school. It was just a really wonderful experience, and thank you for extending an invitation. But I was able to participate in the Byram Schubert Library Share Your Story. When I was growing up, I grew up in Westchester, just across the way a little bit in Harrison. We moved to Coscob when I was 9. That's when I met Fred. And one of the things that attracted my mom to Greenwich was Byram Beach and the pool and the park, et cetera. So we spent a lot of time as children there. And when we were able to purchase our first home, my husband and I purchased it in Byram. We lived there for 12 years. So I was very honored to be part of the Share Your Story. So there's also on the 7th for our last boat commissioning, there's going to be an event at Byram Schubert Library where myself and others who got to share their story, we're going to be in a book and immortalized, I suppose. So thank you to the Byram community for thinking about me and including me in that really special honor.
Yeah, they do a great job with that. Thank you. So I'll put all these events on there. I know you and Janet usually fill in everything that I miss, so thank you for doing that. And
Yeah, usually I don't, but
you guys both always have my back on it. All right, good morning, Janet. Thank you.
Good morning. Likewise, I'm looking forward to tonight's event. The Youth Commission is just so exemplary. I'm looking forward to it. Sad to say that not all of today's leaders are setting good role models. We look forward to the future because I think that, the future's bright in your hands. So thank you for that. Let's see. So Sunday, June 1st, at Town Hall, we will be celebrating Pride from 1 to 3. So please come out and join us. It's going to be a great celebration. Immediately following, on Monday, June 2nd at noon, is a Wear Orange event here in the Town Hall meeting room. This is an opportunity for the community to take a stand against gun violence. So I hope everyone can come out and join us. On Tuesday, June 10th, from 6 to 8, likewise here, DPW will be conducting a townwide safety study program. So again, this is something that is highly important to our community. I hope everyone comes out for it. And be on the lookout for information about Juneteenth, which happens on June 19th, because the Diversity Advisory Committee will be holding an event to celebrate Juneteenth. Just have to make a call out for Barbara's House Picnic on June 6th. It's going to be a great event. Joe, be prepared. You might get recruited to help flip burgers and hot dogs. And and I just want to put in a plug for the Stretch Lab, which I have to say, going to the Day of Hope event at Arch Street, they were there. They are excellent.
Did you get the stretch it?
I did. I think we can
How
all challenge ourselves to stretch a little bit, out of our comfort level, and it was great.
It's very, very important. As you get older, things atrophy, things tighten up, and you really be surprised whether you go to the gym or not, how important stretching is now, and we're really lucky to have it there. So thank you, Janet. And it's right over next to Cava and across from the Stop and Shop over there. So hopefully I'll catch you over there soon. All right, before we go on to old business, where there is none, is there a motion to add an item to the agenda? Want me to just?
yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I'd like to add a motion to the appointment of a new assistant fire chief to the agenda here. Sorry, it got left off by mistake. Is there a motion to add?
Lauren Rabin, so moved.
Janet Stone McWigan, I second.
All those in favor, Fred Camillo, say yes.
Lauren Rabin, yes.
Janet Stone McWigan, yes.
Thank you.
Do you mind adding another item? And sorry, Ken, or I guess we could do it next.
Yeah, for the meeting change, I
Yes.
plan on doing that next meeting.
Okay.
We can do it now if you want, it's fine.
Would you rather? Okay, I'd like to add an agenda item to change our regular Board of Selectmen meeting on June 26th, instead of being 10 a.m., to be 7 p.m.
Janet Stone McWigan, I second.
All those in favor, Fred Camillo's a yes.
Lauren Raven, yes.
Janet Stone McWigan, yes.
Okay, it's always fun to do it at night. All right, thank you. And there is no old business, so going on to new business. Is Joseph here? Or Dan is here. So Dan's going to be here to request to accept the gift of the naming rights of the new Cohen Eastern Greenwich Civic Center Gymnasium. Morning, Dan.
Good morning, First Selectmen, Board of Selectmen. How you guys doing today?
We're doing well, thanks.
All right. So yes, I am here to present the naming rights for the France Gymnasium at the Cohen Eastern Greenwich Civic Center. So this agenda item is a request to accept the gift for the naming rights of the new gymnasium there. We prepared a brief resolution that I'll read through, and then I'll follow up with a couple of explanatory comments, and then open it up to any questions that you may have. So. The resolution reads, in accordance with the Board of Selectmen's naming policy adopted on April 22nd, 2022, we offer the following resolution for the May 22nd, 2025 Board of Selectmen agenda. Resolved that the Board of Selectmen accepts the donation of $500,000 from L. Scott and Icy France for the naming rights of the gymnasium at the new Cohen Eastern Greenwich Civic Center, located at 90 Harding Road in Old Greenwich, Connecticut. Further resolved that the Board of Selectmen accept this gift to be applied for the purpose of replacing the Eastern Greenwich Civic Center. Further resolved that the Board of Selectmen acknowledge with gratitude the gift by naming the gymnasium the France Gym. And so these funds for this donation were generously contributed to the Greenwich Parks and Recreation Foundation by L. Scott and Icy France. And in recognition of their generous support, there will be a plaque installed at the gymnasium. This donation is part of the Parks and Recreation Foundation's ongoing multi-year fundraising campaign that has been in support of the Cohen Eastern Greenwich Civic Center. Normally, I do understand that the Board of Selectmen policy is to have 2 reads on agenda items, but we are requesting the Board of Selectmen for approval today because this item will be presented at the June 9th RTM meeting, so it would be a timing issue if we would not get this request approved today. I'll be happy to answer any questions the board has at this time.
No, thank you. I mean, this the naming policy we put in place a few years ago, and certainly I'm in favor of waiving it. That this is a great development, and we want to, as always, thank Scott and Icy for stepping up for the town. They just do a terrific job. A lot of it on the quiet side. This one's more public, but a lot of it's quiet, and people don't know half of the stuff that they've done for the town. But also to the Parks Foundation and Scott Johnson, who was instrumental in starting this foundation about 25 years ago. They've worked really hard, and there's still a couple more naming opportunities out there. So over the summer, if people are willing and would be willing to consider help in any way, there's a few more rooms there, including what I call the second gym, the all-purpose room, which is fairly big, pretty big, and so there's some more opportunities there also. So we're, between the Cohens and the Frances, we're off to a great start there. And of course, some of the other smaller donations, which I mentioned, we did the ribbon cutting. So we can't thank everybody enough, and certainly Parks and Recreation for your work on that.
Am I correct? This is the first time that we are invoking the naming policy since we passed it.
Have we done?
I don't think we have. I think this is the first time that we're testing the process. I'm just wondering if, for the sake of our audience, could you just kind of walk us through? So we would approve, and then it would go to the RTM, who would then not just accept the gift or vote to accept the gift, but also the naming rights. Is that?
Yeah, so the way that I believe it is outlined is that if a gift is attached to the naming rights, then it goes to the RTM for gift approval. My understanding is naming rights is the through the Board of Selectmen's process. So if there was no gift associated with it, the Board of Selectmen could proceed with naming rights without RTM approval.
Well,
so
not approval, but that we still have to consult the RTM.
We would
It'd be part of the
it
package.
ends with us, but we put in the policy that we would ask for advisory comments from them, which we're doing right now in another naming opportunity.
Correct. And within this policy as well, too, there's a requirement for a written agreement. And so the Board of Parks and Recreation is working with the legal department of the town right now to get that written agreement completed, and that will be presented, at the RTM for review and approval as well, so.
Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that, so when this goes forward to the RTM, it's not just the gift policy that they're considering, but it's also the advisory capacity on the naming, on the actual naming rights.
Yeah, you are correct on that.
Right, and usually we do 2 reads and they'll give us that in between, but because this is time sensitive, they can certainly have at it as far as any comments and questions they have there at the June meeting.
Yeah, and so we have it submitted, and it's on the agenda as a pending application right now, so they do see that they will see that it's on the agenda, and certainly welcome any feedback they have.
Yeah, no,
I mean, generally, I like the 2-read process, but given that it's going to the RTM for their review as well, it's not, it's not like there's any missed opportunity for the RTM to weigh in, so.
yes, and that's, yeah, I agree. So, any comments or questions?
No. So Lauren Rabin, I motion that we approve the request to accept a gift for naming rights of the new Cohen Eastern Greenwich Civic Center Gymnasium.
Janet Stone McWigan, I second.
All those in favor, Fred Camillo is a yes.
Lauren Rabin, yes.
Janet Stone McWigan, yes.
Dan, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day.
You do the same. We'll see you at the RTM.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Going on to the second and final item is a request to appoint the Historic District Commission as the study committee for a possible boundary extension of the Strickland Road Local Historic District. And Andrew is here to present that, or is it you or Ann, or both?
Ann would prefer not.
Okay.
But it's not final because Tommy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry.
And then the vote on the meeting
Right.
change.
Go ahead.
My turn?
Yes, sorry.
Mr. First Selectman, Madam Selectwoman, my name is Andrew Malillo, Secretary to the Historic District Commission. This is the
Is
first.
there a light on?
Yeah, just press it.
Push the button to make it green.
There you go.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
This is for the first reading for to appoint the Historic District Commission to produce a study report for the inclusion of the park parcel on Strickland Road. The parcel is about 1.22 acres. It's been there since 1725. The deed for its layout by the town was on August 19th, 1725. It's a burial ground and parkland. My late cousin, Bill Finch, believes that there are stones that were once just plain field markers that have been used as part of the retaining wall on the side by the mill pond. And the appointment of the HDC to study this would be to determine the merits of including it into the Strickland Historic District, which in 1976 was planning on including this piece, but for some strange reason, they just left it out. And so now we're just trying to complete the original district line by including this parcel.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. And Bill, wasn't he the town historian at one point?
Yes.
Okay, and we did this, when we did the original marker there, that must have been about, what, 7, 8 years ago?
The bronze plaque?
Yeah.
It was sometime in the 80s, I think.
No, we did one.
Another, a more recent one?
Yeah, more recent
Yeah.
one, like maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago.
The bars and the original plaque were early, mid-80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, no, I mean, I have no questions or thoughts.
No questions?
So this is not time sensitive, right? So
No, we can go for, take it, it's been there for a while.
All right.
Thank you for all your work on this.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. All right, so we'll circle back in 2 weeks on that. Next up, we have Chief McHugh with a announcement and introduction.
Good morning, everybody. Selectman Camillo, Selectwoman Rabin, and Selectperson McGuigan. As we all know, we lost our Assistant Chief Justice McCarthy a few months ago. We work closely with HR and everybody to go through a process of interviewing people for this position. We had about 15 applicants approximately. We narrowed that down to 3. And historically, we had all 3 Board of Select people representing in our interviews. And as the 3 of us know, one person in the whole process really shined above everybody else. We'd like to present you today Chief Thomas Leonard as hopefully our next Assistant Chief of the Greenwich Fire Department. I've worked very closely with Tommy the last 3.5 years upstairs. He was our Chief of Training for 3.5 years, and he really brought the training division to another level in this department. He works very closely with our career staff, very closely with our volunteer staff. Everybody in this department, as you know, thinks very highly of Chief Leonard, as myself and Chief Lewicki. We're really hoping with approval of this by the 3 of you, looking forward to the good things that Tommy will do in his new role with the Greenwich Fire Department, work with the administration. Just a really quick history lesson on Tommy, if you will, as somebody would say here. He was born in Derby, Connecticut. His family has a long history of firefighting. If you're from there, his mother, father, brother, everybody is a big part of the Derby Fire Department. His father was a retired police officer from the Derby Police Department. Tommy joined the Derby Fire Department in 1993. He served as a lieutenant captain, assistant chief, and was also chief of department for the Derby Fire Department in 2013 and 14. Tommy began his career in the Greenwich Fire Department in September 2000, was promoted lieutenant in 2009, became deputy chief of training in February of 2021. Throughout his years as lieutenant and deputy chief of training, has worked as a shift commander at times as well. And during his career, he has served on several committees to improve the equipment standard operating procedures of the Greenwich Fire Department. He also served as an officer for the Greenwich Local 1042 for a number of years. Tommy's very well-rounded in between his volunteer career up in Derby and here in Greenwich. He just graduated from the University of New Haven with a bachelor's in fire science administration, and he is a certified fire officer 4, instructor 2, EMT, and a safety officer, and numerous other certifications that we just won't list, but trust me, he has plenty of them. He lives in Derby with his wife Jen and his 2 stepchildren. So here before you now, I'd like to present Tommy Leonard as the next Assistant Chief of the Greenwich Fire Department.
Thank you, Chief. I want to congratulate the department for a really thorough search, and you got some really good candidates
Yes.
that applied for this, and we think you came to the right conclusion.
Yes.
Tommy's well thought of by the career and volunteers. Never hear a bad word about him. So I think it's a home run for the department, so thank you.
It's really good, and the best thing about it is it doesn't really introduce somebody new to the department, and it took a while for Charlie and Justin to learn the department. This one is just kind of a seamless transition, which we're really looking forward to. We have a lot of stuff going on in the Greenwich Fire Department now, good things, obviously, and it'll help us speed along this process.
You and Charlie are the old timers now.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah.
All right.
Don't go anywhere.
I just want to say, well, thank you, Chief, for including me in the process. It was an honor and a delight.
Yes.
And deepest congratulations. I agree. This is going to be a seamless transition. So it's a win for everyone.
That was a win for everybody, yep, absolutely.
And thank you both for participating.
Yes, thanks
I
for
agree, I
including
thought that
us.
worked out really well.
Yes, that was good. It was very, very good.
And as always, I took lots of notes.
All right, so,
So do we motion?
yes.
Yeah.
Motion to accept the selection of Assistant Chief Thomas Leonard, of Thomas Leonard to Assistant Chief of the Greenwich Fire Department.
Lauren Rabin, I second.
Janet Stone McWig. Oh, wait.
We threw us off.
If you second,
Yes.
all right, then start over.
I did it on purpose.
It's
No,
okay.
I
You
didn't.
tripped me up.
Yeah.
You motioned.
I motion, you,
I seconded.
so all those in favor, Fred Camillo's, yes. Sorry.
Lauren Rabin, yes.
Janet Stone McWigan, yes. And hopefully there won't be any more openings to be filling in
That's what I
the.
said. Don't go anywhere.
I agree.
Exactly.
If it's okay, the Chief Leonard would like to, say a couple, just a couple
Yes.
brief words.
Absolutely.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
I would just like to thank the Board of Select, the chiefs, the Human Resources Department, the Greenwich firefighters, some of which are here, for selecting me for this position. I know comes a lot of responsibility, a lot of expectations, and I'm ready to work hard to meet those. I look forward to working with the board, all the town departments, agencies. Like the chief said, we have a lot to move forward in the department, and I'm ready to get to work in a couple of weeks when I officially start. So, again, I thank you, and I look forward to work with everybody.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Okay, we have one more item.
Lauren Raven, I motion that we move the time of our June 26th regular Board of Selectmen meeting from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Janet Stone McWigan, I second.
All those in favor, Fred Camillo's a yes.
Lauren Raven, yes?
Janet Stone McWigan, yes.
Okay, any nominations or?
Just for the record, that meeting will still be in the town hall meeting room and on Zoom as well. So it will be just same everything, just different
Different
time.
time.
Yes.
Thank you, Ken. Any appointments?
No, and in my announcement, I forgot to say happy birthday to my firstborn, Scott, who turned 35 today.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Happy birthday.
Okay, and before we sign off,